Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics like cars, music, geography, and other phenomena, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list. This video is part of a series we call Silly Laws by State.
You know, a lot of these laws were put into effect because something happened to make this law necessary.
That's disturbing.
Remember, we are not lawyers, and this should in no way be considered legal advice.
Today we bring you another installment of Silly Laws by State.
As far as the silly laws by state go, we started with Missouri because that's the state we live in. And then we told you silly laws from each of the states that touch Missouri. So we did a journey around Missouri. And now we're working on the states that touch the states that touch Missouri. And we're halfway around the states that touch the states that touch Missouri.
Without further ado, we bring you 13 silly laws from Texas.
Number 1. In the whole state of Texas, it's illegal to milk another person's cow without their permission.
I mean, my understanding is that milking a cow isn't exactly easy, so why would you want to do that without permission?
Right.
Number 2. In Abilene, it is illegal to loiter anywhere for the purpose of flirting.
I don't know why, I'm just picturing right now like some not very clean guy with a mullet standing on a corner somewhere, and a lady walks by and he's just like, "Hello, darling."
I don't know what made you think that there'd be a mullet in Texas. I thought of a cowboy hat, but I guess that's just me.
And of course, we know that people wearing cowboy hats, in my opinion, just don't seem very trustworthy.
You know.
Number 3. While you don't legally need a windshield to drive a car in Texas, it is illegal to drive without windshield wipers.
I'm not sure who thought up this asinine law, because I'm not sure how you're supposed to install windshield wipers, without a windshield.
That is a really good question. I mean, I'm not really a mechanic, so maybe it's just above my head, but it seems like it would be a difficult thing to do.
I mean, at best, they do attach below the windshield, but what keeps them stable is in fact the windshield. So what are you wiping exactly? Air? Are they just to hit your passenger with? Stab your eye out? I don't know. Number 4. In Galveston, you can be fined $500 for sitting on the sidewalk.
Number 5. One must acknowledge the existence of a supreme being before being allowed to hold public office in the state of Texas.
Well, now I'm curious to see, if they define what the supreme being is. I mean, what if this is like Ghostbusters and they think that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is their supreme being?
Well, sounds like a supreme being, so...
I mean, he is all marshmallowy and stuff. Number 6. In Mesquite, children are not allowed to have unusual haircuts. Dun dun dun. Is the mullet unusual?
I mean, I would say yes.
I mean, I would say so. Whether it would meet the law or not, I don't know.
Number 7. The entire Encyclopedia Britannica collection is banned in Texas because one of the books contains a formula for making beer at home.
Well, that seems perfectly reasonable. Let's go ahead and just ban an entire set of educational materials because you might learn how to make beer.
I didn't realize there were so many prohibitionists in Texas.
Number 8. Those planning to commit a crime in Texas are required by law to provide their victims with a 24 hours written or verbal notice. I can't even say that with a straight face.
It's a pretty ridiculous law. Number 9. It's illegal in Texas to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel.
Seems like a story there.
Oh, definitely so.
I mean, what about a second story of a house?
The law doesn't say anything about the second story of a house. I think you're good.
Number 10. In Texas, there is a proxy marriage law that doesn't require either the groom or the bride to be present during the wedding ceremony.
Sounds like a pretty weird thing to me, but if Texas is cool with it, it's like, you do you, boo. Number 11. It is illegal in Texas to sell your eyes, heart, kidneys, liver, lungs, skin, and other organs or tissues. You are free, however, to sell blood and hair.
I mean, that actually makes sense considering that people donate plasma and get paid for it. And while most people donate their hair, I guess technically you could sell it. Perhaps, maybe actually a reasonable law. Number 12. In both Denison and Bristol, it is illegal to show your stockings. The penalty is up to a year in jail.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, extremely extreme.
And number 13, you can be legally married in the state of Texas by publicly introducing a person as your husband or wife on 3 or more separate occasions.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. What it kind of reminds me of.
Clever.
We hope you enjoyed our 13 silly laws in Texas.
Tell us what you think is most ridiculous in the comments. And remember, just because you didn't know these laws were laws,
Ignorance is not a defense. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell on YouTube or click follow next to our name on Facebook, then click edit settings. Choose how often you'd like to be notified of new videos. We hope you choose all videos.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.